Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL STAR. Today I gonna discuss about popular buy sell ranking for game week 6. So before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season. Now let's start, and if you look at the game week 6 top priority buy, I think you should buy Mbemu first. If you don't have Mbemu in your team, you should buy him because his next two fixture is Everton home and Nottingham Forest away. And if you look at Mbumo's performance, he's the talisman for Brentford and also the penalty taker. His form is insane. So that's why I think you should go for Mbumo as your first priority buy for game week 6. Now move on to the second priority, and it's Alvarez for Manchester City. He now playing as a creative midfield position role for Manchester City, sometime playing as a second striker, and when Haaland substitute, then he playing as a striker. So he's a very good option for FPL right now, as Manchester City midfielder Bernardo Silva and also Jack Grealish has got injury concerns. So I think now Alvarez should play for Manchester City, and their fixture run for game week 6 and 7 are fabulous. So you should go for Alvarez, and he's an essential option for game week 6. But I put Mbemu ahead of Alvarez because Mbemu is totally nailed for Brentford and the talisman, but Alvarez is not the talisman for Manchester City, so he might be rotated in future. That's why Mbemu is rank 1 position and Alvarez in rank 2 position. Now move on to the next two player for game week 6 buy, and it's Trippier from Newcastle. And if you look at Newcastle performance in last match, they maintain clean sheet. They are defensively a solid team, and their next four fixtures are amazing. So you should go for Newcastle defender. And if you want to go for Trippier, you will get the attacking return as well because Trippier is a very attacking right back for Newcastle, and also Trippier is a bonus point magnet because he create a lot of charge taking the set pieces for Newcastle, but his price is 6.5 million, so it's too high, and that's why he's in good category but not essential. If his price is like 5.5 or less, then I think he should be essential for game week 6. In rank position is Botman. He is a cheaper option from Newcastle defense, just 4.5 million, but I don't think he doesn't have that much attacking threat like Trippier, and that's why he's in rank 4 position. I prefer Trippier over Botman because Trippier can give you the attacking return as well as the bonus point, where Botman can give you the only clean sheet point. But in last season, if you look at the performance, Trippier is amazingly well, so you should go for Trippier first. Now move on to the rank 5 and 6 position, and in rank 5 position it's Muhammad Salah. He now is in great form. He provide a lot of assists. If you look at his last 5 match, he provide 4 assists and scored 2 goal, and his goal win ratio is 1.25, which is insane, but his value is 12.5, and I don't think you will captain him in next 2 or 3 game weeks. So that's why he's not essential, but he's obviously a good pick because he's an informed player and the main man for Liverpool, whose team are very attacking. They attacks a lot, and Salah is the talisman for them and also the penalty taker. So you should go for Salah. It is a good option, but it's not essential because his price is too high. And in rank 6 position is Edward from Crystal Palace. He now looks to be the nailed player for Crystal Palace and the main focal point for Crystal Palace attack. And if you look at his performance, he's performing well. In last 5 matches, he got 32 points, scoring 4 goal. And as Crystal Palace has got AZ in the midfield, he create a lot of chance, and I think Edward will get those chance and finish them. And that's why he's good pick for game week 6. But I don't think he's essential because he's now in great form. But after some time his form will decline, then I think he will not be a good option then. But at present, if you look at his next two fixture, Fulham home is obviously a good fixture, but Manchester City away match is hard. But Manchester City now defensively look shaky, so you can go for Edward for your game week 16. Now move on to the next two player for popular buy, and in rank 7 position I put Mitoma. In next match he has got Bournemouth home, but after that Brighton has got tricky run of fixer, and also there are a lot of midfield or forward option for Brighton. So Mitoma might be rotated, and Ansu Fati they brought from Barcelona as a loan option. I think he can also play in the left wing, so I think he will give some competition to Mitoma, and that's why Mitoma's minute might be reduced, but it can be the otherwise that Mitoma will play all the match and Ansu Fati playing as a center forward position. Still, I think that Mitoma will get a lot of minutes. And if you look at his game week 6, say it's all right. Bournemouth home is great fixer, but after that, in game week 8 or 9, he has got Liverpool home and Manchester City away. And that's why I put him in the optional category because his fixer run for a long time are not good. but at present he's a good option, so you can go for him, but it's an optional option. In rank 8 position is Ward Pros. In this season, he's playing very well and he taking all the set pieces for West Ham. And if you look at his performance in last 4 match, he got 29 points, scoring 2 goal and provide 3 assists. He also the set piece taker for West Ham and playing well. So he's the optional option, because if you look at his next fixture is Liverpool away in game week 6, and in game week 8 he has got Newcastle home match, two hard fixer. So that's why I'm not putting him in the good category or essential category, but still you can go for him, because if you think that he will continue this kind of performance, then he will be a good pick. But for me, he's an optional option. Now move on to the rank 9 and 10. In rank 9 position, it's Madison, and I think for game week 6, you need not to buy Madison, because his next two fixture is Arsenal away and Liverpool home, to hard fixers. So you don't need Madison, and sometimes Madison playing very deep. So that's also a concerning thing. So for game week 6, I think you should ignore this kind of buy. And in rank 10 position is Gusto. As Rich James will fit soon, I think then Gusto will be dropped from Chelsea, and Chelsea are not a very good team right now. They concede a lot of goal, and also that Chelsea attacking are not too well, and Gusto's position is not totally secured. So you should ignore Gusto for game week 6 team from buying. And now move over to the sell category popular, and first sale for game week 6 is Martinelli. He is injured, so I think you should sell him. And also his goal and ratio for game week 1 to 5 is 0.21, which is very poor, so you need to sell Martinelli from your team. And if you have Martinelli in your team, it's an essential sale. Now move on to the next one, and in rank 2 position it's Jackson, and his performance is awful. His expected goal ratio is 0.90, but he just scored one goal in 5 match, and he missed some glorious chance, and I don't think he will keep in place if he maintain this kind of poor level. So as a new Nicola Jackson, and I totally disappointed with him. And if you want to sell Nicola Jackson for this game week, I think it's a good move, because there are a lot of forward like Alvarez, Edward, they are playing well, so you should go sell Jackson from your team. Now move on to the next two sell, and it's from Chelsea also, and it's Chilwell. I think now Chilwell minute is not totally secured. He playing in the left wing for first few match, but as now Modric is the first choice for Chelsea left wing position, so there might be drop for Chilwell. And also in left back position, there are option for Chelsea. So I think Chilwell might be rotated, and that's why I put him in the good sell category. But if you think that in game week against Aston Villa he will start, then you can obviously hold Chilwell. The rank 4 position is Watkins, and he is from Aston Villa. And if you look at Aston Villa's performance, are playing well, but if you look at Watkins' performance, he provide 4 assists but cannot score any goal, and that's not good for a striker. A striker should score goal, and his next two fixture is Chelsea away, Brighton home, and then Arsenal home. His tricky run of fixture means that I think Watkins will get less chance to scoring goal, and that's why you should sell Watkins for your team, and it's a good sell for game week 6, I think. Now move on to the next two, and in rank 5 position it's Onana. In the match against Bayern Munich, he made a horrible mistake, and a lot of FPL managers selling Onana, but it's a goalkeeper transfer. I totally not backed with it, and that's why I put him Onana in the optional category, because if you want to go for cheap goalkeeper option like Areola or Tana, then you can go for him. But I don't prefer goalkeeper transfer at all. And in rank 6 position, it's Sterling. A lot of FPL managers selling Sterling, but his fixture run looks good, and he's the nail player for Chelsea. But Chelsea attacking are not looking good team. Their striker Jackson missing a lot of chance, but if you look at Sterling performance, he performed well. So that's why I put Sterling in the optional sale category, because I think Sterling can obviously score in this game week or game week 7 or 8. So he should be a hold for game week 6. Now move on to the next two, and in rank 7 position is Isak. A lot of film managers selling Isak, but if you look at their fixture run, looks good, and you buy Isak, you also know that he has got rotation risk, because there is Wilson obviously there. But now you want to sell Isak, I don't think it's a good option, because his fixture run from game week 6 onward look good, and if he plays even for 50 or 60 minutes in one match, then I think still it's viable to go for Isak, and you don't need to sell this kind of option. But if you want to go for Alvarez or other forward option, they are performing very well, then might Isak selling might be good, and that's why I put him in the optional category. In rank 8 position, it's a Marsh, and a lot of FPL managers selling Marsh, but he is now fully fit for Brighton. So I don't think you should ignore this kind of selling, because against Bournemouth home, Marsh can be a very good option and he can score goal, and also he sometimes drift to the center, so he's very good option. So you don't need to sell this kind of player, and you should ignore this. Now move on to the rank 9 and 10, and a lot of FPL managers selling Wisa ahead of Everton home. I don't get it, because if you look at Brentford performance, Wisa are not performing well, but his expected goal ratio is 0.49, which is not good, but it's okay. And his next two fixtures is Everton home and Nottingham Forest away. So I think in this match, I think Oisa can score goal obviously. So you should ignore this kind of selling for your team. And in rank 10 position is Rashford. A lot of FPL manager got frustrated with Rashford because of his poor performance, but I still back him because his next four fixture looks good. So he should be a good option for your team. So you should ignore this kind of selling. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, and if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel for FPL content throughout the season, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.